So I went to New York recently with my daughter Lulu, and she saw the cutest shirt in a store window. It was a dip-dyed watermelon t-shirt, and I said those dreaded words, I could totally make that. Let's have a moment of silence for the children of crafters. It's a hard row to hoe, but I really can make it, and we're gonna make it today. Here's what you'll need if you wanna make your own. Plastic buckets, warm water, a measuring cup, salt, gloves, pink and green dye, a white cotton shirt, slick fabric paint, and toothpicks. So first we're going to dye our pink part of our watermelon shirt. So I have some fabric dye in fuchsia. It's a really pretty watermelon-y color. And since I'm only dyeing one small shirt, I'm just going to use half a packet of the dye. Pour that into your measuring cup. You can just kind of eyeball it until it looks like about half. And now add half a cup of salt. If you don't have salt, you can also use white vinegar. This just helps set your dye. Now we're going to add some warm water just to mix it up and dissolve all the salt before we add it to our dye bath. Now we're going to add our concentrated solution to our bucket of warm water. And if some stays in the bottom, you can kind of scoop it out until it all blends together. Make sure your hands are clean. You might want to dip them in your warm water. And now it's time to dye our shirt. The first step is to wet the top half that we're dyeing pink. Now I want the bottoms of the sleeves to be green, so I'm going to make sure and hold those along with the hem of the shirt so they don't dip into the dye. I'm going to start by dipping in the clean water first. Wring that out really well. And now slowly dip it into the pink dye. You can kind of swish it around in there a little bit. I think that color is perfect. Now your color will deepen the longer you leave it in the dye, so keep that in mind. But it will also lighten some as we rinse it out. Making sure not to touch the white part of your shirt. Squeeze that out. Always wear gloves for this part because fabric dye can be caustic and burn your skin. And now you want to rinse that in your warm water until the water runs pretty much clear. You may have to change out the water once or twice. All right, once the water running off the shirt is pretty much clear, give it another squeeze to get out the excess water. And again, rinse your glove off because you don't want to get pink up here. And now, hang it to dry. Now that needs to be completely dry before we do the green. So you can either let it dry on the rack for a few hours or you can toss it in the dryer with an old towel. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, now we're preparing our green dye. Same process as before. And now we're making the rind of our watermelon. So just like before, get the bottom of the shirt wet, squeeze it out. Now slowly and carefully dip it into the green. Now I want to leave a strip of white between the pink and the green because that's how a real watermelon looks. But if you want to meet the two together, it's totally your prerogative. Now dip in your clear water until the water running from the shirt is mostly clear. All right, now you're going to hang to dry, or once again, you can throw it in the dryer with an old towel. Okay, so our shirt is all dry, and I'm not gonna lie, already super adorable, but we are going to take it to the next level by adding some seeds with this slick dimensional fabric paint. I like the slick paint rather than puffy paint because it dries flat on the fabric. I tried some paint pens, and this by far gave the best results, so I really recommend picking up a little tube of this. The fine tip makes it super easy to make perfect little seeds. So we're just going to start by scattering them across. And if you have one that kind of ends up being more of a blob than a seed shape, you can grab your toothpick and kind of bring the shape into a point so it looks like a watermelon seed. Okay, now obviously once that dries, you can add seeds to the back of your shirt, to the hood if it's a hoodie, but I think we can agree This is super cute. I think I actually like it better than the original shirt that we saw. In fact, I like it so much that I made one for myself. But I promise I will not make Lulu wear it at the same time as me. I'm not that cruel. Go make a watermelon shirt. They're super cute for summer. I'll see you guys next time.